We came home from our years in Nigeria in order for me to have our third son. Shortly after we got back, I had noticed problems with my eyesight. Went to see my eye doctor and basically was told there's nothing wrong with me. I knew better. Something wasn't right. I kept tripping and falling into things and falling downstairs, running into walls. I knew something wasn't right, but we couldn't figure out what. So eventually, after slamming into a glass wall and breaking my nose, my husband sent me to a specialist. We did a series of tests just trying to find out what could be the problem. And they knew immediately what the issue was. So by this point, I've had my third son. He's a newborn, about 2 weeks old, and I'm holding him in my lap as my husband and I sit with the doctor, and he begins to explain what it is they found wrong with my eyesight. He said, I'm going to diagnose you with a retinal disease. It's called Retinitis Pigmentosa. About 1 in 100,000 people have it. You were born with it. It is genetic, and chances are both your parents are carriers because they don't have it. He said, over time, you're going to lose your sight from the outside in. You're going to lose all your peripheral vision. Your world is going to go smaller and smaller, and eventually you'll be blind. And then he just sat back and looked at me. And I leaned in trying to understand. I said, I'm sorry, I don't think I understand what you're saying. What do you mean? Do I just need stronger glasses? What do I do about this? He said, there is no treatment. There is no cure. You better take a good look at the face of that baby because you will never see him as a man. Now that was a hard reality. I thought I had done everything God had asked me to do. I had moved to Africa. We had served him to willingly give up all the comforts and even our life, to then come home and be told, oh, and by the way, you're going to go blind now. That's really when my journey began, when God showed me the reason he let me have hardships in my life was leading to this point, that yes, you will go blind, but I expect you to keep walking forward and walking by faith, and I'll be with you every step of the way. The biggest lesson I think I learned that day, as my sight did begin to quickly deteriorate, was to be very grateful every time I saw the smile on my child's face, every time I saw a sunset or the color of something beautiful, because I knew I wouldn't always be able to see that. Those are the things that become important. All the rest of this stuff just faded away. What was right in front of me and what I could still see, that's what became important. To see my children grow and experience these things and have these memories. Blindness can't take that from me. I'll always have that. And I can imagine what they look like as handsome, wonderful grown men.